Alrighty, guys, we are back with I Was Kidnapped by the Pirate King, Chapter 10. Let's get right to it. Here we go. You're taking too many risks, Amber. You're putting yourself in danger. His words are harsh, but laden with a weight that you can't quite name. I did what I thought was best. Why do you even care? I'm just cargo, right? Is that what you truly think? I think you're being unfair. You don't control me. I can't expect more. Let's do that. Can't you? Ronan's eyes burn into yours. He pulls you closer, the spray of the sea clinging to his hair. His full mouth. You. Come on, Ronan. What else is there? You're always scheming, right? Looking for an angle. You are impossible. He steps close and looks at you in the eye. Am I wrong? Instead of answering, Ronan takes your face in his hands, and he kisses you. The sea air, the blood and the dirt on your skin, the anger, the passion, it all accumulates in this one moment. He holds you fast, his kiss fierce and all-consuming, a kiss like you've never experienced before. Oh my God, I'm going to reject him. That's disgusting. You push against Ronan's chest, creating space. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. No, I'm sorry. I just can't do this. I see. I mean, I want to. It's just, Panting, you both look into each other's eyes. Ronan untangles himself from your silence as his stormy eyes rage with so much feeling you think you might burst. Amber, Ronan, what's wrong? Why did you do that? I'm going to say I'm sorry. Let's do that. No, it's not you who should be sorry. It's me. But he backs up from you. His face closed off, he turns away. I'm sorry, Amber. Then, without another word, he walks away from you. Then a sudden emptiness in your chest as you watch him leave, and you stand there for a few minutes. Oh my goodness. The emotion. Can you feel it? Then, collecting yourself, you take a breath and walk up to the crew. Then they and Ronan are all speaking in frantic voices. We're pretty much screwed. It's a complicated situation. We can't go straight to Estor, not if Dante knows that that's where we'll be. Then there's the Navy. And all the bastards loyal to Sloane. So what do we do? Ronan's shoulders are taut, and he refuses to look directly at you. Ronan? But his eyes are cold. You ask way too many questions, Amber. Oh, you jolt at the sting in his words, but you don't back down. Yeah, and you don't ask enough. I wouldn't if you actually, let's do that. I wouldn't if you'd actually answer me. I'll tell you what you need to know. What gives you the right to decide that? The crew exchange looks. Is everything okay with you two? Ronan's face turns red as he glares at you. You glare right back. Just tell me your plan, Ronan. Just tell me something. I don't have a plan. His voice rings out through the deck in a shout. I don't have a plan. Is that what you want to hear, you sheltered, naive little girl? You stare at him for a moment, tears gathering in the corners of your eyes. When you're sure you can't hold them back any longer, you turn and stalk away. Should be walk away, stalk away. Amber, wait. You slow your pace, your eyes stinging, your throat hollow. He reaches you, his rough, callous hand resting on your arm. Amber, I'm sorry. Please look at me. Let's see. Tell Ronan off for being an ass. I'm going to tell him off. Do that. You stop walking and turn to glare at him. What? What could you possibly have to say? You know what? I'll go first. You're an ass. Amber, you wouldn't even look at me back there. And then you insult me. Is that all you think of me, Ronan? His eyes widen at your fire, but you stare in silence, waiting for him to respond. He sighs. In my defense, you did talk to Dante when you shouldn't have. Who says who? You? I'm an adult, and I can make my own decisions, boy. Not when it puts the crew at risk. I did it to save your life, Ronan, your life. You stare at each other for a long moment before each stalking off in your own direction. It's like a lover's quarrel, and they're not even lovers. Minutes turn to hours, which turn to days. Soon an entire week passes as the small ship drifts at sea. You and Ronan aren't speaking, and morale has plummeted. Food supplies are low, and the fuel is almost gone. You lean against the deck and watch them in. Hey, that was mine. Baby John tries to swap a stale row from Henry, who tries sneaking it into his pocket. It was mine first, you ass. They start to scuffle. Oh, I should step in, stop the fight. Step in and break up. Step in and throw the row overboard. Step in and break the row in half. Step in. I'm going to step in and stop the men from fighting. Stop it, you two. You're friends. Friends don't steal rows. Whatever. You glare at both of them, fierce and firm. They both slump down and look at one another. Sorry, Amber. Yeah, I'm sorry, Missy. You smile at one another when suddenly thundering footsteps interrupt you. What the hell is this all about? Ronan stalks onto the deck. Ever since your fight, he's been coiled tight and barking orders at everyone he sees. The men cringe the moment his back turns. It's just about sunset when you see a ship on the horizon, sleek and almost too nice. That ship, it looks so familiar. You know it? Yeah, can we get a little closer? The two men steer your small vessel towards the new ship, and when you see the name on the side, you gasp. I know that ship. My mother was friends with the owner a long time ago. Let's raid it. We can get food and supplies finally. Ronan looks hesitant, and you know why. The whole world is looking for this crew, and raiding another ship right now is risky. I just need to speak to the captain. We can get all the supplies we need. Sounds a little too easy. I say we just raid them. It's easier, and it's what we know. Captain, what do you think? Ronan crosses his arms, his sharp eyes calculating. He locks eyes with you, and you hold your breath. Let Amber say her piece. She claims to know better than us, than her captain, so go ahead, tell us your plan. Then we can decide. He raises an eyebrow with a combative smirk, and you feel yourself stiffen. It's a challenge. The whole crew looks to you. You need to choose your words carefully. Really, I need to convince the crew to go along with my plan. I hate to spend these gems, but I'm gonna try to convince the crew. We'll do that. You have to trust me. We can do this. Seems like it would be easier just to overtake them. That's risky. The boat is huge. There's a ton of crew. It's a yacht. The crew's soft. We can take them. The crew might be soft, but they still have numbers. My way will have zero bloodshed and no risk. It's more fun with the risk. It might be, but we can't afford it right now. If every authority in the world is after us, we need to keep a low profile. Agreed? The crew exchange looks, taking your words in. Then one by one they nod. Little Missy's right. We trust you, Amber. Ronan watches quietly, but you can see a glint in his eyes. You turn to Ronan. Come on, you know that I'm right. My way is the smartest way, the safest way. You know that. Ronan grits his teeth, his fingers clench, then unclench, but he nods. Fine, but if this all goes south, we're doing it my way. Fine. You head to the edge of the boat and send up a flare. When you catch the other ship's attention, you wave at them. Just as you hope, they pull up alongside you. Their captain, a man named Claude, recognizes you immediately. Amber, dear girl, are you all right? What are you doing out in the middle of the open water? You smile up at him. Claude was a friend of your mother's. You would come aboard his ship all the time as a little girl. Ronan and Henry come aboard the new ship with you, keeping back. Claude, I'm fantastic. They do fantastic. Let's do that. Having time of my life. Claude doesn't seem convinced, but he nods slowly. But I thought you were missing. It was all over the news. Oh, yes, I was, but I was found a few weeks ago. You know how Daddy likes to keep things close to the vest. Well, I'm glad to see you're okay. We were worried. What are you doing here, and who are these men? They're just the yacht's crew. We set out for a ride, but we went too far and we're low on fuel. We can't have that. Wow, that's nice of him. His eyes land warily on Ronan, and you tense. Do I know you, sir? You look familiar. I need to think fast. Sorry, Claude, I'm so rude. Let me introduce you both. You smile sweetly at the older gentleman and loop your arm in Ronan's. This is my boyfriend, Ronan. Claude then smiles in apparent relief. Besides you, Ronan tenses. His eyes grow wide, but he says nothing. Wow. Welcome aboard. Well, come aboard. Make yourself at home. My ship is your ship. That's very sweet of you, Claude. Thank you. That's very nice of Claude. It looks like a house, but it's a boat. Anyway, you're shortly on the boat. The crew separate into the staff quarters. You're in the main hall when Ronan leans close. What are we supposed to do here? You follow my lead. That's simple. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Ronan glances around, clearly nervous among high society. Just smile and be friendly, Ronan. You make it seem so easy. Look at this. You mingle with the upper-class guests, recognizing many of them on sight. From across the bar, you see a blast from the past. Antonia, Amber, is that you? A young man your age smiles brightly at you. Antonia. Oh, my God, I haven't seen you in years. You wrap your arms around the handsome man and squeeze. Antonio holds the embrace, and you hear an annoyed cough behind you. You break away, seeing Ronan sporting a scowl. Ronan, this is Antonio. We were childhood friends. I'd like to think you'll still be my friend, Amber. I'd like to think you'd still be my friend, Amber. Okay. You laugh warmly, remembering the time you spent with Antonio and Claude before your mother died, before things changed. Antonio, you're so mature now. You're so tall. Let's do that. You've got so tall. Well, I'm not the little bambino anymore. No, you most certainly are not. Antonio turns his attention to Ronan. And who is this, a friend? Oh, this, my boyfriend, Ronan. Boyfriend, pity. Antonio snickers. But you, must both join me for dinner at the captain's table. I'm afraid You elbow Ronan inside. We would be delighted. Let's do that. Excellent. Follow me. Beautiful. Anyway, here we are. As you're shown inside to a table, you lean close to Ronan. Remember, we're a couple. Try not to blow her cover. Me? You're just worried about yourself. I've got my part handled, love. You sit down to dinner, and as the first course is served, the table engages in friendly conversation. So tell me how you two met. Oh, I swept her off her feet naturally. Oh, yes, it was all very dramatic and romantic. You almost roll your eyes. Sure, you might even say he captured me. Yeah, captured you. Captured my heart. Well, I think a kiss is in order. Go ahead, Ronan, lay one on her. Oh, I don't think the dinner table is the place for that. Sure it is. Let's see that fire of young love. I don't think you'd want to say that's not normal. Ronan flushes at the edge of his cheeks. He leans in and gives you a quick peck on the cheek. Everyone at the table boos. Thankfully, the next course arrives and the request is forgotten. By the time the meal ends, you're stuffed and thrilled that you and Ronan seem to have pulled it off. We did it, yes. Well, I think it's time to retire. Claude stands and smiles. Please allow me to show you to your room. We have one left on the ship. Oh, really? Really, they did this? You follow Claude. He shows you to a stunning suite at the far end of the boat. Claude, it's beautiful. Yes, I thought it would be fitting for young lovers like yourself. Claude winks and leaves, closing the door behind him and leaving you and Ronan alone. So? Ronan frowns, then shrugs. You did well. This was much better than just stealing what we need. Told you. Ronan's shoulders are still tense, and he continues not to look directly at you. I'm glad you proved me wrong. Are you now? Well, as happy as someone could be, love. There's a hint of a smirk at the edge of his lips, and you smile. It almost feels normal between you. Thank you, Ronan, for having faith in my plan. You earned it now. He turns to the bed and frowns. The room is romantic and sensual, more than you realize even at first glance. What are we going to do about that? It looks like it's a honeymoon bed. Yes, it does. You and Ronan catch each other's eyes. You flush and turn away, and Ronan sighs. And you can take the bed. I'll just sleep on the floor. What, the floor? I've had worse, love. Unless you had another idea. You glance at the bed, then back at him. His eyes have a spark to them, almost glittering in the evening light. Tell Ronan he can have the bed. How about that? You take it. I can sleep on the floor. But, no, it's fine. You grab one of the pillows and blanket and settle on the floor beside the bed. Well, if you insist. That was a twist. I didn't even read the question, and I did that. Anyway, the next morning, Antonio sends word that he'd like you and Ronan to join him in the yachting activities. Everything's amazing, and you're all having a wonderful time, all except Ronan. Every time Antonio talks to you or touches your arm, Ronan moods grows darker and darker. Where's everybody else? Where are they at? How about you join me on the jet skis? That sounds like a blast. I'd rather hang out with Antonio anyway. At least he's not ignoring me. As you take the jet ski out away from the boat, you catch Ronan watching you with a frown. So tell me about your new man. Ronan? Mm-hmm. Well, I think there might be something there. I'm not sure. I'm going to say I'm not sure. Let's do that. Yes, you are. I can see it in your eyes and in your smile. You can? Yes, there's something real between you. Happiness looks good on you. Suddenly the jet ski shakes and jolts. Antonio yelps, losing control of the vehicle. Watch out. But it's too late. You fly from your seat and plunge into the water. Amber, you fight to stay afloat until a pair of strong arms grabs you and drags you into the deck of the boat. You look up and find Ronan staring down at you, his hair dripping. There's obvious concern in his eyes. Are you I'm okay. For a long moment, you stay like that, staring at each other. It's only when the crowd erupts in applause that you snap out of it. Okay, everyone. All right, time to get ready for the party. Party? Yes, I'm throwing a party tonight in your honor. Check your room. There's several choices of suitable attire waiting for you. Of course, it's going to come down to Jim's. Let's see what she's got. You and Ronan dry off and head back to your shared bedroom. You're surprised by the selection in front of you. Can't believe Claudia's doing all this for me. Which dress should I pick? Choose wisely. Here we go. I'll wear. That is pretty. That is pretty. That's nice too. That's too far. So we're going to go with the free one. There it is. We'll do that. Yes. You pick the green dress, shower and change standing in front of the mirror. You do a slow turn. I guess it's all right. It's actually a horrible dress. Ronan comes up from behind you, also dressed, and he shakes his head with a smile. Well, I suppose you make anything beautiful. Ronan holds out his arm. Shall we? Let's. I bet her dad's at the party. I bet there's a twist. You head to the party, pausing on the deck when a huge gust of wind nearly blows you over. You look up, shocked to see a helicopter above you. I wonder who that is. Oh, yes, Amber, I have a surprise for you. I called them up and they rushed here right away. They? You watch as a helicopter lands and two figures are helped from the aircraft. Oh my God. Daisy, where is she? Caroline, yes, where is my dear stepdaughter? I've just been dying to see her. Boom, oh no, your evil stepmom and stepsister found you. What are you going to do? Find out what they have planned for you. We'll find out on the next chapter, people. How about that? I knew it was going to be something like that. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you guys next time for Chapter 11. Have a great day now.